Imagine paying full price for a game and never once feeling like you overpaid. That's exactly what this video is about. Today, I'm showing you 18 new Switch 2 games that truly earn their price tag. Not just with visuals or hype, but with real gameplay, strong content, and experiences that stay with you long after you start playing.
You'll see a child climbing the... Oh my... No. Perhaps to the right, where we...
Imagine stepping into one of the most emotionally powerful JRPG stories ever created. Now reborn from the ground up with modern visuals, fluid user interface design, and the unmistakable mechanical polish inspired by Persona 5. Because that is exactly what Persona 3 Reload delivers on Nintendo Switch 2. This is not a simple port or light remaster, but a full-scale remake of the 2006 original that defined an entire generation of role-playing games, faithfully preserving its soul while reintroducing it to a new era with contemporary presentation and refined systems. You play as a transfer student arriving at Gekuken High School, only to discover the existence of the Dark Hour, a mysterious hidden time that exists between one day and the next, where the ordinary world twists into something deeply unsettling.
It's the strength of my heart, and from here on, my heart will never falter.
Is horrifying to think about, isn't it? But our persona's awakened.
If cozy farming life wrapped in nostalgia ever had a true glow-up moment, Harvest Moon lets. Grand Bazaar, officially known as Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, is it? This revitalized take on the classic Harvest Moon DS. Grand Bazaar brings the beloved concept back to life with vibrant modern visuals, updated mechanics, and full Nintendo Switch 2 support, all while preserving the gentle charm and warmth that define rural life simulation. You arrive in Zephyr Town, a breezy mountain settlement whose once famous bazaar has fallen into decline, and it's up to you to restore its former glory through hard work, dedication, and a little optimism.
As a new farmer, sell your wares at the bazaar to know the locals, and you may just find that special someone. Town. D-Town.
Hades 2 takes one of the greatest roguelikes ever made and refuses to stand still, bursting forward with a bolder, bigger, and entirely fresh adventure that feels both familiar and daringly new on Nintendo Switch 2. This time, you are not Zagreus, but Melinoa, the fierce princess of the underworld and daughter of Hades himself, driven by a singular monumental goal to bring down Kronos, the Titan of Time. From the moment you step into the underworld's striking, hand-painted environments, it becomes clear that this is not a simple sequel, but a thoughtful redesign of what makes the genre so electrifying. The combat retains its lightning-fast precision and responsiveness, yet expands with new weapons, new abilities, and fresh mechanics that make every run feel unpredictable and exciting.
Time itself is against us. And just keep moving forward. Care for a little wager here? Little fence.
You know me, Headmistress. I'll do both.
After nearly 20 years of anticipation, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond finally arrives on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, and every second of that wait feels justified the moment you step back into the power suit of Samus Aran. This time, Samus is hurled into the depths of a distant and enigmatic world known as Viewrose, a planet overflowing with alien ecosystems, ancient ruins, and secrets buried so deep that few bounty hunters would ever dare uncover them. The game masterfully bridges the DNA of classic Metroid exploration with modern design sensibilities, preserving the iconic first-person adventure loop of scanning environments, unlocking new areas through upgraded gear, and piecing together environmental storytelling.
Alongside new allies.
Let's take them down.
And find a way home.
Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D Remake brings the very foundations of JRPG history into the modern age, transforming two legendary adventures into something timeless yet newly alive on Nintendo Switch 2. Rather than simple ports, Square Enix has lovingly reimagined the opening chapters of the Erdrick trilogy with stunning HD 2D visuals, refined battle systems, thoughtful quality-of-life improvements, and subtle enhancements that honor the spirit of the originals while making them accessible and engaging for contemporary audiences. In Dragon Quest I, you explore the peaceful yet fragile land of Alefgard, once saved by the hero Erdrick and now threatened again by the fearsome Dragon Lord.
Real mermaids! Take flight.
'Twas almost like being a hero.
Hear me.
Assassin's Creed Shadows arrives on Nintendo Switch 2 as the culmination of years of anticipation for fans craving stealth, samurai combat, and sprawling historical intrigue in a portable form, marking the 14th major installment in Ubisoft's iconic franchise and launching fully optimized for Nintendo Switch hybrid hardware on December 2nd, 2025. Set during the final chaotic years of 16th century Japan, at the end of the Sengoku period, the game immerses you in an era defined by fractured alliances, legendary warlords, and philosophical conflict where power is constantly shifting hands.
We must look for it together. Power. You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea.
Two Point Museum stands as one of the most delightfully unexpected highlights on Nintendo Switch 2, expanding the beloved management simulation formula established by 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus into an entirely new creative playground. Instead of running a hospital or a university, you are placed in charge of building and managing your own museum empire, where every gallery, exhibit, and visitor experience is shaped by your decisions. Your goal is to design jaw-dropping museums filled with everything from prehistoric fossils to aquatic wonders, supernatural curiosities, cutting-edge scientific discoveries, and interstellar artifacts, all spread across 5 unique main museum themes including prehistory, aquarium, supernatural, science, and space.
Here we have a primitive computer. So ancient, so rudimentary. A child climbing the... Oh my... No. Perhaps to the right, where we... Of the museum. Tell your friends, bring your family.
Kirby's Air Riders launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 as a long-awaited racing revival that embraces pure whimsy, speed, and multiplayer chaos, reimagining the cult classic Kirby Air Ride from the GameCube era for modern hardware. Directed by Masahiro Sakurai, the creative force behind both Kirby and Super Smash Bros., the game drops you into colorful, floaty races where Kirby and his friends pilot a wide variety of quirky air machines across imaginative tracks and open arenas. While high-speed racing remains at its core, Air Riders expands far beyond straightforward competition by introducing city trial-style modes, exploration challenges, battle-focused arenas, and customizable vehicles that dynamically alter how each character handles and performs. Inazuma 11 Heroes. Victory Road finally fulfills a long-held dream for fans of the series, arriving on Nintendo Switch 2 after years of delays, reinvention, and near-mythical anticipation, and delivering a payoff that feels truly monumental. This unique fusion of football and RPG mechanics combines strategic decision-making with explosive anime-inspired soccer action in a way only Level 5's signature franchise can achieve. Set 25 years after the events of the original Inazuma 11, the story introduces a new protagonist navigating a world where football has evolved. Rivalries burn brighter than ever, and legendary techniques still dominate the pitch. YSX. Proud Nordics arrives as the expanded and definitive edition of YSX Nordics, bringing Falcom's high-speed action RPG to Nintendo Switch 2 in early 2026 with significant enhancements over its original release. At its core, the game delivers classic Ys gameplay reinvented for a modern audience, featuring fast-paced real-time combat, large-scale exploration across open seas aboard your ship, and intense boss battles that demand precision, timing, and mastery of movement. Proud Nordics builds on this foundation with substantial additions, including new story content, expanded regions such as the mysterious Oland Island, and the introduction of major new characters like Canute and Astrid, who add further depth to both narrative and gameplay.
Legends tell of what's known as the Sea King's Throne.
How about it, Adel?
Brigands.
Long have I been waiting upon this island.
Let's do anything for you?
Well. Regular hotshot.
Final Fantasy Tactics. Ivalice Chronicles marks a monumental return for one of the most revered tactical RPGs ever created, bringing its legendary legacy to Nintendo Switch 2 on September 30th, 2025, with a modern treatment that respects its roots while opening the gates for a new generation of players. Originally released in 1997 on the original PlayStation, this enhanced edition revisits the intricate political drama of Ivalice and the devastating conflict known as the Lion War, following the journey of Ramza Bülv as he becomes entangled in betrayal, ambition, and the hidden truths behind a crumbling kingdom. The experience is elevated with updated visuals, optional fully voiced dialogue, and refined gameplay mechanics that sharpen every battlefield decision without compromising the strategic depth that made the original iconic.
Your time is at an end, Ramza.
Do not come crashing down. I did not stand by and watch them fall.
Patapon 1+2. Replay brings one of the most distinctive rhythm strategy experiences ever made to Nintendo Switch, and Switch 2, uniting Patapon and Patapon 2 in a lovingly remastered compilation that preserves their quirky identity while refining their presentation and balance. This is a game where rhythm is not just an accessory but the very foundation of gameplay, as you command a tribal army of tiny, eyeball-like warriors entirely through drum beats. By striking rhythmic commands, you order your Patapons to march forward, attack enemies, defend against danger, and unleash devastating formations, with performance directly tied to how perfectly you stay in sync with the beat.
Replay. Hopelessly lost and full of despair, the Patapon set. Attack. Ready, aim, fire. With delicate and mysterious...
Pokémon Legends Z-A arrives as one of Nintendo's most talked about releases of 2025, launching worldwide on October 16th for both Nintendo Switch and the enhanced Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and boldly redefining what a Pokémon adventure can be. Set in the iconic Kalos region, the game reimagines Lumiose City as a vast, living urban playground where towering architecture, neon-lit streets, and pockets of untamed wilderness exist side by side. This is not the traditional Pokémon journey of linear routes and static encounters. Instead, the experience blends adventure RPG design with a dynamic, city-centered world that feels alive with trainers, culture, and constant motion. Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster finally brings a modern spotlight to one of the most influential JRPGs of its era, launching in 2025 as a key title for Nintendo Switch 2 and giving new life to a game that helped redefine turn-based combat. Originally released on Nintendo 3DS in 2012, Bravely Default stood out for its inventive Brave and Default system, which allowed players to bank actions for future turns or spend multiple actions at once, creating a constant tactical balance between risk and reward in every battle. This HD remaster preserves that beloved core while elevating the experience with crisp, richly detailed visuals, fully modernized menus and interface design, and 2 brand new minigames that add fresh layers of variety.
Are you ready to face the consequences of your decision?
I think...
This whole time.
Forgive me, Tiz. It's my fault.
Octopath Traveler 0 expands the beloved HD 2D universe with a bold new beginning, arriving on Nintendo Switch 2 on December 4th, 2025, alongside releases on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and establishing itself as a full-fledged prequel to the original Octopath Traveler. Set before the events of the first game and inspired by the world of Champions of the Continent, this entry delivers a more personal and flexible RPG structure that deepens both narrative and gameplay systems. Instead of choosing from 8 predefined heroes, you create and customize your own protagonist, placing you at the very center of the story rather than on its periphery.
Just know that I'll be right there, beside you.
Goodness!
Start from zero and restore your hometown. Engage in new battles with parties of up to 8 characters.
We're in this together.
Shine Post, Be Your Idol takes an unexpected yet ambitious leap onto Nintendo Switch 2, transforming what was once planned as a mobile experience into a full-scale idol management simulation that launched on June 5, 2025. Rather than simply observing the rise of an idol group from the sidelines, the game places you directly in control of every step of their journey, tasking you with shaping careers, managing schedules, and guiding performers towards stardom through careful planning and strategic decision-making. You oversee training routines, live performances, and personal development, constantly balancing ambition, growth, and the unique personalities of each idol to keep the group moving forward. Momotaro Dentetsu 2. Your town is surely there too. East Japan Edition plus West Japan Edition expands one of Japan's most beloved board game-style video game franchises to its most ambitious scale yet, launching on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 on November 13th, 2025. This entry doesn't merely continue the series, but dramatically broadens it by offering a massive dual-map journey across both East and West Japan, effectively doubling the scope and variety of destinations available to players. At its core, the game blends classic board game mechanics with Railway Empire simulation, placing you in charge of your own train company as you roll dice, travel across Japan's extensive rail network, purchase properties, and compete to amass the greatest fortune.
雪国ならではのラッセル社カード。西日本では2エディションではみんなの表情を見ながら楽しめるカメラプレイを発売。登場する物件駅は東と西を合わせて前作の約3倍。
Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma arrives as a bold evolution of the beloved Rune Factory formula, launching on June 5th, 2025 for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 with an enhanced edition that benefits from improved performance and visuals on the newer hardware. True to the series' identity, the game seamlessly blends cozy farming life, heartfelt social interactions, and satisfying action RPG combat into one cohesive fantasy experience, while introducing a fresh narrative and setting that set it apart from previous entries. The story unfolds in the myth-rich land of Azuma, a region left fractured and spiritually silent after a catastrophic event known as the Blight devastated the land and disrupted its natural energies.
神がかりの舞